The Lahore High Court has ordered the government of Pakistan to immediately release Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi from detention. That's the latest that we're getting from across the border, with the Lahore High Court ordering the Pakistan government to release Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi. He is an accused in the 2611 case of Mumbai terror attack case. Now, repeatedly we've seen attempts by the Pakistan government only to keep him in detention for a period of a month or a month and a half, but no concrete action taken against the accused in 2611. Hamza Amir is now joining us with the latest details. Hamza, can you take us through the particular case in which Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi has been allowed to walk free today?
Maha, today, because Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi was actually given bail by the court and then he was put in detention, that was actually contended by his lawyer that the government actually is doing an illegal action by flouting the orders of the court of letting him go out free, and he should be allowed to do so. He's done the same in the Islamabad High Court, and now he's gone to the Lahore High Court, and today the Lahore High Court gave the decision in his favor that as per law, when Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi has got the bail from the court on the particular cases against him, including the Mumbai terror attack case, then he should be allowed to go and he should be allowed to walk free and not be kept in detention.
Let me also connect with the Editor Strategic Affairs, Gaurav Sawant, joining us with the latest from our newsroom. Gaurav, does this move betray Pakistan's unwillingness in doing anything much about taking action against the Mumbai terror attack accused, even though this particular case was not pertaining to the Mumbai attack?
Sadly, Maha, Pakistan hasn't proceeded rightly in the 2611 Mumbai terror attacks case. Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi is one of the main plotters of the 2611 Mumbai terror attacks, in which 166 Indians and people of several other nationalities were killed in Mumbai. Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi, or Chacha, was one of the main conspirators. India gave a mountain of evidence, and not just India, several other intelligence agencies also shared information with Pakistan. So Pakistan knows that the plot was hatched in Pakistan. The control room was in Karachi. Pakistan has all the evidence, but they haven't moved against him with that evidence. What Pakistan has done is they detained him in this case. They've detained him in several other cases. They haven't prosecuted him. So the court says you have nothing against him, release him. And then Pakistan government says that we have no alternative, our courts are saying release him. So Pakistan is running with the hare and hunting with the hounds. On the one hand, you have Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, who says, I want good ties with India, let's move beyond 2611. On the other hand, Pakistan does nothing to prosecute one of the main masterminds, and they're not even moving against Hafiz Mohammed Saeed. They're not moving against the state actors of Pakistan, ISI and army, who were directly involved in the terror training and conspiracy.
Hamza, coming back to you, can you give us a sense of what the government of Pakistan is likely to do now in this particular case against Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi, or an attempt to keep him behind bars?
I think the government is going to do the same that, they've been actually practicing in the past, that in several cases that were against him, the government actually went ahead and used the public maintenance order to actually detain him for 3 months, 6 months, and 30 days at times. And this is what exactly they're going to do, because this is how they were actually getting time to cool down the intensity and pressure that was inserted by Indian side, especially when it comes to the Mumbai terror attack case. But going forward, as we have seen on the case of Hafiz Saeed, he was also granted bail and then was announced a free man by the courts, and he actually walks around free in Pakistan. I think this is going towards the same direction. The only difference is that Pakistan right now is trying to give itself much more time than possible, as much time as possible, because in politically speaking, Nawaz Sharif government is not in a very strong position. It's only, that Pakistan right now is actually banking on the support of the military establishment to run its political expertise. So if anything, that actually raises question on the military establishment is something that Pakistan government would never want to, take the forward step on.
All right, Hamza and Gaurav will stay on with us. Let's quickly listen into Ujjwal Nikam. We spoke to him just a short while back. He was the public prosecutor in the 2611 Mumbai terror attack case. Mr. Nikam, if you can help us understand this case of Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi taken into detention for a little while, and then the court of course says that these grounds are not enough to hold him back behind bars. Does Pakistan betray a sense of not being sincere in going after Zakir Ur Rahman Lakhvi?
I'm very sorry to say that all these efforts which were made by the Pakistani authorities are again exposed by the today's order of the Lahore High Court for the simple reason. They were only concentrating that Lakhvi should be detained in jail. My basic question is that why they did not adduce the evidence of a criminal conspiracy in Pakistan designated court, that is a trial court, wherein the trial against the Lakhvi was conducted, is the first question. Second question is the criminal conspiracy was hatched on the soil of the Pakistan. So it was for the Pakistani investigating agency to collect that evidence instead of blaming India. Thirdly, whatever the evidence which we have collected, that is so far as the oversight in respect of the committed by the 10 terrorists on the night of the 26th November, that was already given and furnished to the Pakistani authority. And therefore, the Pakistan Judicial Commission had visited Mumbai and they have cross-examined, including Lakhvi's lawyer, Mr. Abbasi, had visited Mumbai and cross-examined the magistrate who had recorded a confession of Kasab, the investigating officer, Indian investigating officer who had investigated the entire crime. Now, this evidence was not properly presented before the Pakistan trial court in a prospective manner. These are all the facts. So whatever the Lahore High Court has passed an order, that is perfectly legal, because the Lahore High Court has said that Lakhvi cannot be detained on the flimsy ground. So why, my basic question is that why Lakhvi's role in respect of the criminal conspiracy was not properly presented before the Pakistan trial court?
Okay.
That is the precise question.
Mr. Nikam, when you say that evidence was not properly presented, could you help us understand what you mean by that? Are you saying that the lawyers were not presenting the proper picture before the court?
See, I am not aware actually what Pakistani prosecuting agency had produced that evidence. But basically the criminal conspiracy was hatched on the soil of the Pakistan before the 26th November.
Okay.
And that evidence was required to be collected by them instead of blaming India. Why? I fail to understand why they are blaming India. That India should not have not furnished the evidence. In fact, we have given the evidence in respect of the oversight committed by the 10 conspirators.
That's a very important point you're making there, sir. Criminal conspiracy, something that Pakistan needs to do due diligence over. Is that what you're saying? Because that was hatched on their soil.
Absolutely, that is my basic contention. So all the while I was apprehending that detention order of the Pakistan government is done just eyewash, showing to the whole world that we are very serious and we will see that Lakhvi should not be released. Why Pakistani prosecuting agency had not challenged the basic order of release from the bail? Why Pakistani investigating agency did not adduce the material evidence in respect of the criminal conspiracy? This is a basic question. These are required to be answered by the Pakistani authorities.
And sir, at this present moment, what do you have to say about the manner in which even a person like Hafiz Mohammad Saeed is walking about free in Pakistan?
See, myself and the 3 other Indian high officials had visited Islamabad after the execution of Kasab. We pointed out the Pakistani prosecuting agency, this is the material evidence, you have to marshal that evidence. Lakhvi should be tried for criminal conspiracy for killing 160 persons.
Let me go back to Hamza and Gaurav. Hamza, first to you. If you heard the 2611 public prosecutor in India pointing out a very important point there, saying that criminal conspiracy is something that Pakistan needs to investigate, and the dossier given by India can obviously not have that part because Pakistan is supposed to investigate that. Has anything been done to unearth the conspiracy that was hatched on Pakistan soil? Has any attempt been made by Pakistan to do that?
Well, no, unfortunately. In fact, Pakistan's all the dossiers, even after the Ajmal Kasab's testimonial and that what his statement was, several times there have been many dossiers given ahead to Pakistan through the diplomatic channels, and at times, they have actually been put in the back burner because knowingly or not knowingly, they have not been actually forwarded to the courts, and that is why the court has actually has not got access to those evidences. The only evidence they got recently was a statement that they said that it's in Hindi and it should be translated into English, and that case was adjourned as well. So I think Pakistan on this side is trying to give it as much possible lingering as they can, and this is what they've been doing, because Nawaz Sharif government, as I said, internally and domestically, politically, it is not in a very strong position in Pakistan, and the only support they have against their strong oppositions in Imran Khan and other people is the Pakistan military establishment. So anything that goes on or is going to raise questions on the military establishment and the Pakistan intelligence forces, of being behind the Mumbai terror attack, is something that they cannot afford to see happen, and they cannot even so afford to see gain light or be more attention in Pakistan. That is why every time there's a hearing, no one's told. Only people find out once the hearing is over, and then where Lakhvi currently stands, how Hafiz Saeed is operating in Pakistan, where are we at the Mumbai terror attack case, are dossiers given to Pakistan through the diplomatic channels actually part of the investigation or not, because there have been several times that dossiers have been shared. So if that is not happening, then obviously Indian side needs to put two-tier direction pressure on Pakistan, first through the diplomatic channels, ask them where the dossiers are, and secondly, what are the courts doing on the case, and if that is something that needs to come out to light. But unfortunately enough, the Pakistan government is trying its best to delay the process as much as possible so that no questions or criticism can be raised against them on the Mumbai terror attack, especially related to Zakir Ur Rahman, Lakhvi and Hafiz Saeed.
Gaurav, if I can come to you now, are these clearly delaying tactics that are being used perhaps even by the Pakistan government? Because at this point they have shown no sincerity in putting the 2611 accused behind bars.
What diplomatic sources tell us is Pakistan claims it's fighting an existential battle. It's fighting terrorists on its western flank, and it cannot take on terrorists both on its western flank and in mainland Pakistan, Punjab. So they want Government of India to ensure that Mumbai terror attacks case or India-centric terror remains on the back burner. As far as India is concerned, 2611 is just the template. India wants Pakistan to dismantle the terror infrastructure. Even when Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanked Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif for sending a special aircraft, and 11 Indians who were picked up from Yemen by Pakistan Navy ship Aslat brought to Karachi and then sent back to India. Well, that's a good gesture. Until there is forward movement on 2611, you cannot have sustained dialogue with Pakistan, and that is what the BJP also said. You cannot have sustained dialogue with Pakistan unless there is a terror and violence-free environment, unless there's action on 2611, and sadly, neither is happening.
Gaurav Sawant and Hamza Amir, many thanks for joining us with those details.